only that, though,
soon enough.
we have a vanilla power bracelet, so it's also very possible. And oh, hey, we go. We're starting over here. My mistake. It looks like that flag has been turned off.
Yeah, so it looks like they're starting in everybody's favorite spot. Luckily, they won't have to come back here except for that cave. So here we go, ladies and gents.
Ooh, there we go. Get some bombs firsthand. And nope, that's not an entrance in second quest. Okay, Dark Falls is telling me that wood sword can be blocked, but doesn't have to be. So
Right.
That's not a guaranteed flag.
So it looks like we got a Cappy. Mr. Cap 55 is going to jump us into the graveyard, and Fred found level 1.
So level 1. So the levels' names have not been hidden. Pardon me for that simple mistake.
And it looks like Dr. J is going to see if the Armos item is here for us.
It's not, but what have we got? Oh, hey, take any.
Take any's are never bad.
Gonna opt to get the heart container.
That's not a bad choice right now. You need as many hearts as you can get, especially with just having green mail right now.
Okay, and Fred, leaving the heart container, putting him into zombie mode. And it looks like we got bunnies here in level 1. Meanwhile,
and a Patra.
Taking a death, and yes, Patras. Patras are no fun. And I don't know what, unless this is the Triforce, I don't know what Fred is doing here, because there is not, if there's an item here, he may not necessarily want that.
Well, this early, since it's level 1, they'll have the boomerang. The boomerang was would be a useful item.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't know if it's worth fighting all these bunnies just to get it.
That is very true.
Well, it looks like Unos gets a clock on the bunnies, so there you go. And nope, the room is just empty.
Oh goodness, it's a lot of work for that.
Yeah. So we got Wizrobes here in level 1. And our blue ring is 250 rupees. Now that is significant because none of these racers are going to have access to the red ring until level 9.
Yeah, so we could see if this combat heavy, if the dungeons are truly as combat heavy as they're looking like, they may want to go buy that blue ring.
Yeah, Mr. Cab here struggling a little bit against the Patras. The good news is, though, is those permanent sword beams. And here's level 1. What is it going to look like? Game that ink blot.
Maybe a grabby machine trying to put something on the floor.
All I know is they're segmented. Looks like Dr. J is going to buy a candle.
Definitely not a bad choice.
Yep. Uh-oh. Now this could be our item room here on Unos' side. And it is something. It could be a staircase.
Let's see what we get. Oh, and it's a transport to that segment.
Well, the segment could still have a key at least. Has Gibdos. Remember, we know that the any key is going to be, Dr. J taking a death before going into the stairs. Yeah, there's nothing in that. That's a 100% useless staircase.
Oh, there's a key there. That'll be useful. Looks like Dr. J has found level 2.
Yeah, level 2, but doesn't have a key. And yeah, this is one of those screens where you can't really do the pirouette trick because of the Lost Woods.
Yep, that's probably best to. Oh no, Unos takes a death there. But yeah, it's probably best to go ahead, find some keys, and come back in just a smidge.
Yeah. And again, we have second quest, overworld turned on, so any of those spots, I think some of these racers are quite used to, the mixed quest overworld from the All Boards No Swords.
Yeah, yep, I bet they've been practicing a lot on that, so I'm sure some people are a little more used to it.
Yeah, a little bit of a reflex. You'd say, ooh, Mr. Cab taking a death over there by the coast. And Yuno's taking a death at Death Mountain. Aptly named Death Mountain. And our 35 is our medium secret, so that's not terrible.
Nope, it's definitely above average. Let's hopefully we get a good small and large.
Now the problem is there's only going to be one large secret available, and there's always a possibility that the bait will be required or the arrows will be required. Because remember, they're not going to be able to find the silver arrows until the end of the game.
Yep, absolutely. So they're definitely going to need to practice really good resource management here.
Yeah, and it might not help too. Might not hurt much too to do some gambling.
It's quite possible we might see that. We are still looking for our power bracelet, which is going to be our Armos item.
Yep. I think it might still be in the forest.
Definitely a very good chance of that.
Oh, here we go. It looks like Fred has found level 9. And it is a dark level indeed.
Yeah, Dr. J is just working his way through all these bunnies and wizzies and gibdos.
$62 for our regular arrows.
It's not a total horror show.
No, that's not too bad.
Oh, it looks like our small secret is 18, so that's good.
Yep. But we don't know what our mugger... I think we saw our mugger room. It was, 33? Ooh, 24 bombs. 4 over vanilla. That's not the best.
Not so much. And just to answer in chat, basically all the items you're going to find are in their vanilla first quest locations. So yes, red ring and silvers are in none.
Let's see. Did you catch how much that was?
I'm a calculating. Give me a second here. I think we're looking quite a bit. Poor Dr. J is struggling with these enemies in one.
Yeah, the bubbles are not making things any easier.
It's what bubbles do.
And level 4 is here at the K mark, as I like to call it, because, if you see the trees, it's kind of arranged like the letter K.
Yeah, it does look like a K. Can't doubt you on that one. And it's a pretty purple and black pattern. That's lovely.
Well, may not be pretty, but I will say one thing is that you're going to be finding the stepladder in this dungeon.
Which is good. Stepladder is always a good thing to get no matter what.
Now, that's not what you want to see. Is all those whiz robes.
Not at all. It looks like Dr. J is our first runner that's featured to pick himself up a Triforce in level 1.
That was a tough room to have a Triforce.
And he's going to move on for now. Maybe come back a bit later for the bow and the Florida banana. And Mr. Cab is doing some necessary burning of the forest to get himself some stuff.
Mm-hmm. So far, things aren't too bad here in level 4.
No.
Ooh, Fred taking a death. Yes, the floored banana. That's what I call it when the regular boomerang, is on the floor. Because, you know, floored, lord. It's like a joke.
Oh, it looks like Unos is going to pick up some of those gourmet bombs.
Mm.
Oh, and good for Dr. J.
Hey,
PhD. He got the sword.
Where was the white sword? The white sword was over here.
Indeed it was.
Now we're finally going to see what's past this room here in... There's the Stelphos room that Fred previously died in.
And it looks like Unos did find that power bracelet. It is over in the forest, just as you predicted.
Yeah. And yeah, there's an ugly room in level 4 that you don't want to see, is all those blue whiz robes. The good news is, though, is that any enemy HP is not shuffled, and they do have access to swords, so the white sword's not too difficult to find, so at least it'll give them a combat advantage, even though they might not have the defense advantage.
Yeah, that white sword, especially with this enemy set, is just going to be a great thing for everybody. These are definitely dungeons that require a lot of combat.
Yeah. There's a locked door on Fred's side. It looks like Mr. Cab is following in Fred's footsteps into level 4.
Yep, it looks like Fred has found the Tringle.
Yep. Got the Tringle, but where's that? Oh, we got more whiz robes.
Oh, gracious. Oh, yay, Fred picked that up, so now he can go get his white sword.
Oh, there's the other thing too is second quest doors is also turned on. So that means this level 4 has the possibility of having walk through walls.
Those can always be fun, especially in Shapes dungeons.
Yeah, that makes finding the map very important. It also makes finding the book also very wise investment of your time.
Very much so, as long as you can remember avoid your flames. And Fred picks himself up the Tringle in 4, so there's his first triangle.
The good news about that is that this is not all boards, no swords, so you won't need to worry too much about that wand, because you're going to have access to a better, you've got permanent sword beams.
Yep, and it looks like Mr. Cab takes a death to all those whiz robes.
Yeah, all those whiz robes. It looks like Dr. J is down here on the coast. Just finds another door repair.
Gonna start moving through the forest, trying to find some levels here.
Yep. Yeah, see, this thing is that without that map, you don't know where in level 4 it branches off.
Yep, hopefully they come along that map soon, and more keys would always be welcome as well.
Well, hopefully the map won't be in something as trolly as that 6 blue whiz robe room.
Yeah, that'd be unfortunate. Looks like we got more Patras in level 4 as well.
You, Patras.
Looks like Mr. Cab's gonna leave that Triforce just for the moment.
here's a section of level 4 that we haven't found yet, as Mr. Cab takes a death. And this is our item, unless we have... it's the step ladder.
Wow, I'm shocked.
I know, can you believe it?
Hard to believe. And let's see where... Oh, it looks like we have level 5 on Dr. J's side.
Yeah, better go get the coast item. Yeah, the coast item is very important.
Oh, it looks like Fred's gonna jump back into 1, see where that leads him, see if he can find himself a couple items.
He's got a couple of keys now, so he can go down here. And I think this was our Triforce room. What are you doing, Fred? Why are you bombing down there? You know you can't go down there.
And Mr. Cab just picked up his white sword, so now he has that combat advantage.
Yeah. So this is a possibility of being our item room. And meanwhile, it looks like Dr. J has found level 5.
Yep, and it's full of everybody's favorite bunnies.
Yay! And we got a simultaneous death on Mr. Cab and Fred Coughlin's side. Yuno's finding the triangle here out of 4, but, electing to persevere on, towards that step ladder, wherever it may be for him. And now it's time to play everyone's favorite game, Find the Bomb Wall.
Yeah, that's tons of fun.
Now, level 5 could have a walk-through wall, and nobody's testing that, so I wonder if they're aware that that flag has been turned on.
We will have to ask them. And Fred almost has that Triforce room almost cleaned out. Electing to move on for the moment being. And Dr. J just keeps finding rooms of these Pols voices to clear, so we'll see what he keeps doing in level 5.
There's a clock for Dr. J. Here's a room. Oh, it's got a push block. And hey, look, we found a bait block.
We did. Hopefully it's not needed, but we will see here soon as he also finds some red lamolas.
Yep. At least landmolas are not as bad, considering you basically start with a projectile weapon.
Yep, very good. And looks like Fred has found the staircase.
Yes, this has got to be the staircase, because we already found the staircase for the other, for that thing. And there's the bow.
Excellent. So now I'm sure Fred will just go get his Triforce and move on to the next level.
In Dark Falls, I'm pretty sure, second quest rooms are on, and second quest doors should be on. Here's the map out of 5, name that being Blot.
Chat, you're going to have to help us on this one. And Fred got his level 1 Triforce, so he's moving on. Let's see where he goes next.
And so level 5 was in the desert. So this room is a good contender for the recorder.
Very much so.
Yep.
And to answer chat, no, we haven't found the large secret quite yet.
Nope.
And Yunos comes upon the block. Oh no, that wasn't the recorder after all.
This can't be the recorder because there's a shutter door. Now here, this could be something.
Yep, it could be. Of course, lake likes are patrolling.
Yeah, we gotta deal with the IHOP infestation.
Oh, looks like those pancakes did take out poor Dr. J.
And yeah, Dr. J gets covered in maple syrup.
Oh my goodness, Jiggly.
Meanwhile, on Yuno's side, dealing with these rabbits. So where's that? Oh, so the bait block was there. So that bait block might not necessarily be required after all, unless the item is, or unless the Triforce is directly after that.
And it also looks like Fred chose to pick himself up a blue ring, which I think, just seeing the levels, that was a great choice.
Yeah. Will he have all that money after all?
Yep, he found the large secret, which was 116.
That's not bad.
No, that's very good, considering it's the only one we're going to find.
Yeah. But yeah, if you're going to spend... Now, that bait blocks could still be required. It still could be required.
And it looks like Yuno's found himself the Triforce in 5, so that's his first Triforce.
Yep. Yeah, there's the Triforce. Dr. J is electing to pick the Triforce up as well. Now, the thing about that is that we know where the recorder is. It's in level 5. They're going back... He's going back into level 5 to find the recorder.
Yep, it's really important with the second quest overworld to find that, because there are spots that are recorder blocked in in second quest, so...
Yeah, there's at least 10, I believe there's 10 spots that are all blocked by the recorder. Ooh. So here's another contender for the recorder spot. Does it push?
Let's see.
This could be our staircase to the middle of nowhere. Nope, it is the recorder.
Looks like that play paid off, so great play on Dr. J's side.
Meanwhile, Yuno's running away from a Patra.
That's usually a good thing with Patras.
Yeah, Patras are no fun. Ooh, gets a double fairy.
Well, that's a plus.
Alright guys, name that tune.
I agree with chat, it's Batman.
I'm not agreeing with chat, because it's so obvious it's Batman.
Looks like Eunice is going to go ahead and pick up his stepladder in 4, or spice rack as some may call it.
Oh, we're not going there. I'm sorry, but y'all been banned from Flavortown.
And with Dr. J digging into level 8, he's going to get himself a book, which is really great at this point, especially for the Atlas features.
Yeah, so right now, and the map is going to appear, and hey, look at that. That's an interesting looking shape. It kind of looks like level 2 got a bit of an extension.
That works. Well, looks like the game gave us a helpful hint.
We already knew that. Well, that is still a helpful hint. It's just... Oh... Dr. J not having that stepladder. But Mr. Cab now does.
Yep, and Yunos has his triangle out of 4, so he's at 2 now.
Yeah, can't really do anything in a Chevy room without the stepladder.
We'll see if he can work around it. Nope, and he decides to leave for a bit.
So level 8 was in the desert. There's a power bracelet spot for Unos. Just a shop. And, Fred is in level 5 now.
Yep, he'll get his recorder here if he keeps on digging.
He finds it. Well, the good thing is, though, is the bosses have been shuffled, so if he's going to be doing any digging, it won't be with any doggers.
And Dr. J is still digging level 8, which is good because it contains that any key, so that's a really smart level to dig.
Yeah, the any key would be very invaluable. But level 8 does have Gomas. And we'll actually see if that comes back to haunt Fred later on if a Goma actually is required.
Yep. The money is so scarce in this, you kind of have to make priority decisions, and with the combat-heavy nature of the dungeons, a blue ring really kind of was necessary.
Yeah. I can only just imagine some of our racers off-screen are struggling a little bit. I know I would have struggled a bit with this flag set.
Yeah, I would have died quite a few times already.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. They can bomb on through, so that's good at least.
Yep, no block there for that shoot room. We got some more bombs, that was very timely.
It looks like the compass is pointing to just above the shoot room. There's a heart container.
And now Unos can play the Batman theme at will. He has his recorder. Oh, that was a great clock to get dropped there for Mr. Cab.
Yeah,
oh,
but
Dr. J gets one too.
Yeah, well, there we go. But might as well defeat these ones now and then come back for the Wallmaster later. I think there was a Wallmaster. Maybe my eyes were playing a trick on me. Yeah, this is actually starting to look like part of level 2.
It is. It's very bombable. Oh goodness, hopefully we can bomb here.
Can you bomb this way? No.
No, so that's a potential Goma block.
Yeah. We do have a key block down this way. It looks like we can go down this way, so that's good.
Oh, and Unos has chosen not to pick up the book at this time.
But here we go. This could be our item.
There's an any key.
Here's the any key. Meanwhile, over on level 5 side, Fred is back in the pancake room here. Unfortunately, he's going to find that this is probably likely going to just lead to that one little lone room in the corner.
Yep, and both he and Mr. Cab both have their white swords as well, so the only person working on wood swords still is Unos.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing in that room anyway, so that doesn't matter. Here's a tea room. And again, that's one of the good things about having the permanent sword beams on, is that no matter what your health is, you can clear this room out.
Absolutely.
I am Groot. And, oh wow, there is a Dig Dogger in level 5.
This seems appropriate. Oh, and this is a free Triforce for Dr. J.
Yep, clearing out Yep, clearing out both items and the Triforce. That's a dungeon that Unos won't, or should I say Dr. J won't want to need to go back into.
And there's
There's
the
the
magical
knife.
source.
Yeah. Now, depending upon how many hearts they get, depending upon what's coming up, they might be tempted to actually spring for that magic sword.
Perhaps. Depends on our heart count and how convenient it is.
Nothing here at second quest level 4. And Dr. J is going up the mountain, which I guess he needs a fairy refill. That's not the fair, or that's not the recorder spot. Although it would be interesting if that was shuffled.
Very much. Looks like Fred's gonna pick up his, and Dr. J found level 3.
Yep. So the levels that we've seen so far, question is, do you go and pick up that raft?
We know where everything is but 7 at this point, so if you want to gamble, no, but if you want to play the safe play, yes. But I think with what these folks know, I think they're just going to probably try first and go it.
Yeah, that's probably the safest bet. I mean, besides, it's usually a small enough dungeon, you can come back. But it looks like it's got another lone staircase off there in the corner. So it looks like there's a, say it's not double segmented, but there's. This is probably, yeah, this is something. Could unlock that door before entering in, and it looks like Unos has that Triforce out of 8. And hey, it looks like we found the.
Yeah, looks like we found something pretty quickly. Oh,
Nope.
It's just another staircase.
What are you doing? This is gonna lead to that staircase in the corner. No, it's not. It's going back. Okay. Okay, this could be our item. Ah, it takes out the manhandler in one shot. Nope. Now this is gonna take us to that little room in the corner, and no. Oh no, it leads up here.
Nope, and Triforce is 6 next door.
That's not too bad. Yeah, Unos is in the vicinity of that white sword. Okay, so there's where our large secret's located. And meanwhile, it looks like Mr. Cab is going to find the Triforce here out of 5.
And there's obviously the Triforce in 3.
Looks like
And a
Dr. J
heartbeat.
is going to opt to stick around a little while longer, maybe looking for that raft. Finds a room full of wall masters.
Fred grabs his book.
Fred's found the book.
And to make our whole left side level 3, Unos jumps on in as Dr. J grabs his Triforce. And he is going to head on back in, see if he can find that raft.
Well, if Unos is the only one to obtain the raft, then that will actually put him ahead. In the sense, if there's something there. No, Garria grumbles on Death Mountain. Level 7 is not raft block. That raft is not required.
Okay, well, have it anyways, just in case.
Oh, well, actually, you know what? I don't think we've actually found where level 6 was, have we?
I don't think we have yet.
No, so there's still a possibility that 6 could be raft block. But it's probably not likely. Even so, on the off chance...
Yep, Dr. J gonna go ahead and pick it up as well. Let's see where Dr. J heads to next.
Nothing much on the top of the waterfall, just the potion shop. There's also 2 spots here along the river, but I don't think Dr. J has the stepladder.
Looks like he wants himself some life. Remember that the game lets you up an A while you're still refilling your life, so it refills your life even after you do a continue.
Yeah, Mr. Cab taking a death to those dark nuts. So yeah, I guess the only real place to go is back to Death Mountain. In fact, I don't think Death Mountain has actually been checked yet.
No, we've seen a smidge of the graveyard, but Death Mountain still remains a mystery to us.
Well, now that Mr. Cab has a few more keys, probably gonna check out level 2 here.
Dr. J is gonna join him. This is kind of one of those dungeons where they are just gonna try force and go. You really don't, at this point in the game, you really don't need the magic boomerang.
No, the magic boomerang at this point is quite useless. I mean, we're dealing with vanilla HP enemies, so... And, we've got ample access to the sword, we've, sword beams and all that stuff. So you're really not going to need that boomerang at all.
Not at all.
But hey, it just might be in the way, who knows?
Who knows, indeed.
Now, there it is. It's on the floor, just, taunting us. Mr. Cab gonna take it? Oh, he's gonna burn it.
He's gonna burn that guy.
Yes, disrespect it. Disrespect the blueberry banana.
He has heated up the boomerang. Fred making a really good choice and buying some arrows just in case some of those gomas we see are really goma blocks.
Yeah, well no, we couldn't have because we saw both items in level 8.
Yep, that's right.
So that was one of the places where we saw goma blocks, but we were able to get to everything in 8. Did you? Yeah, here's the spot here up on Death Mountain. Well, take any. Unos is gonna grab the potion.
Again, not a bad idea at all, so...
Oh, Mr. Cab taking a death in the shoot room to the bunnies. But meanwhile, Dr. J is in the same room. And we'll see if it's got anything. Like a Triforce.
Gotta be careful there with his health.
Yeah.
Nope, nothing at all.
Nothing at all. Gleog returns near the desert. We already knew that. Hey, there's the Triforce.
And right now, that means Dr. J and Fred both have he has 5 Triforces at this point. So he kind of has a little bit of the Triforce.
Yeah, but Fred still has that step ladder.
He does, and that's a definite advantage for him.
Yeah, so, judging by what we've seen, either, level 6 has got to be either somewhere along Death Mountain, or it could possibly be blocked by the raft. We'll probably see what one of the raft spots is now, because Dr. J, is going back into level 1 first with that any key. Won't have a problem with any of the locked doors, but...
And Yunos takes a death up on Death Mountain.
Yep, meanwhile, Fred has found level 2. And Mr. Cab fighting the land molas here in this room. There we go, takes them down. Any room that's got those 4 corner shooters, it's a bit more difficult. And the room gets a lot laggier too when those statues are activated. So, bomb down here. And yep, here's where I believe this was where the bow was.
It was, so he's going to get himself his bow, which is the truly necessary item out of this level.
Yeah.
And Dr. J is off to find more levels.
I think Dr. J is going to check up here first. And is going to double back and then check the raft spot. Now there's still one more power bracelet spot on Death Mountain, I should say. That might be where level 7's located.
Well, could be.
Yep.
Going to pick up that blue ring.
Yep, that's a wise decision. And it looks like we found the letter. The letter's over here at the grave.
And both Fred and Mr. Cab basically pick up their level 2 triangles at the same time.
Yeah, Fred can't check and neither Fred nor Mr. Cab can check the raft spot in this area, so... They're just gonna head back up here to the Lost Hills. Mr. Cab's gonna grab that bow. And probably get the Triforce as well. Now Dr. J's found level 4.
Yep, he'll want to clear this one out, get himself a stepladder, and he'll be on his way. After getting the Triforce, of course.
Now, seeing as Mr. Cab is the only one with the any key, that does kind of change routing slightly, for him, because now he's got access to all the doors that he can unlock. So that might prompt him to go in different directions depending upon, where he is.
Very well could. He might have an easier time of, getting past things like Wizrobe rooms if there is a key room anywhere.
But also, too... Yep.
Found level 7. It indeed was up on Death Mountain.
Yep, and wow, look at that. That's a level 7.
Lagorama.
Oh, yes. Yeah, the gorillas, because they add those boomerangs to the sprite, limit. Well, the good news is, though, is it's not likely that Unos is going to need the item here in level 7, which we know is the red candle.
Nope, he's just going to go through this one and get going. Same with level 6. He probably isn't going to go get the wand. He may, since he still only has the wood sword, but it's not as likely that folks are going to dig level 6.
Yeah. Especially since Shapes, yeah, Dig Dogger engages the desert. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, there is a bomb upgrade. Unos is going to only the vanilla 4 amount.
Yeah, not a bad thing to have, though.
Not at all.
And he also has the compass, and this looks like it's going to be a very speedy level 7.
Yeah, that's always good to know.
There he goes. Level 7's down for Unos. It also looks like we're seeing our river spots here.
Yep.
And Unos has found level 6.
It looks like we got a room here right away. Anything good? Oh, well, there's the wand. It's too bad this isn't swordless, otherwise Unos would be very happy to see that.
Yeah, it does add a little punch to his sword, though.
Does have to worry about those fire, but...
Oh, thank you, old man. That was a super helpful hint.
Goma creeps with the wand, yeah. Now, if you told us where Goma creeps with the wand, that would be helpful. Weok lurks near the desert. Actually, wait, is that our 3rd level? No, I guess there's only 2 levels in the desert.
Yep, level 5 and level 8.
Oh no, level 4 is also in the desert too, so there's 3 levels in that desert area.
Looks like Fred is also up on Death Mountain now, so he's going to find his level 6 and 7 soon.
Yep, and then of course he'll be able to go straight into 9.
And Dr. J having all the fun that everybody else did dealing with those blue whiz robes in level 4.
That's interesting. Why is he opting to take care of them? Because, yeah, well, that's where the map was. Ooh, that might actually change things up a little bit, because now that he has the map, he's going to go looking for spots. We know that the stepladder's all the way down in that corner there.
Yep.
He might go a different route. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes those little decisions here or there can really impact the way you play the game.
Very much so, and also how you perceive your, if you're ahead, behind, and things of that nature.
Yeah. Really? Okay. There's the compass out of 6. Mr. Cab's on the spot where level 7 is, I think. Alright, well there's the Triforce out of 6. So with that, Unos is still needing the Triforce out of 1 and 2.
Yep, and they're right next to each other and by level 9, so he should be pretty much set to go once he gets those.
So that's some good routing. Yeah, it's good to route one of those levels that are closest to level 9 as last, because then you Then you get yourself a free refill before entering the level.
Yep. And Fred has himself a level 7.
Yeah, nobody likes to be in level 7.
Well, this one wasn't too bad. The Triforce was pretty easy to find because he knows he doesn't have to find the item.
Yeah. I mean, in a way, having vanilla items does take a little bit of a punch out of the of having to dig each of the levels, but let's face it, sometimes, digging large levels, you really don't want to do that.
No, it's definitely can be, a pain sometimes.
Yeah.
And there is the elusive ladder for Dr. J. I'm sure he's very glad to see that.
Yeah, that ladder in a really annoying location.
And just while we're kind of watching some stuff that folks have already done, if you guys like watching these folks tonight, every single one of them is worth a follow. So please give these folks a follow. They're putting on a great show in this nice flag set. And also please give my co-com Jiggly Saint and our tracker August 40th a follow.
And Unos finally finds the bow. Meanwhile, Fred has the Triforce out of 7. That's his second last. Mr. Cab has discovered level 3. And Dr. J has the Triforce out of 4.
Yeah, they're all moving right along.
Yeah, well, we're 52 minutes into this seed, so... Here's an interesting. Fred decides to go left instead of down.
Looks like he's gonna take this.
Yeah, where's the staircase going to lead?
And that's the Triforce out of 1 for Unos as well. He just has to finish up 2 now.
Yep. Oh no, another Patra. Meanwhile, yeah, Unos is checking out the raft spot. Did Unos find level 9?
I'm not sure if he did.
Oh, Unos didn't find 2, that's why.
Ah, that's what he's
looking. And it looks
for.
like you can't grab the magic sword with only 11 hearts. Now, where was level 9 again?
Level 9 was right by where Dr. J is. It's that shop that's right by Start.
Okay, that's right.
Or Vanilla Start, I should say. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Fred going in a different direction than I think the other players went.
Yep, just trying to...
creeps on Death Mountain. Oh, thank you, yeah.
Oh, such a helpful Octorok.
It feels like once per seed that happened. At this point, I kind of wonder if that's an intentional secret.
You have to wonder sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I still say that the game generation has a mind of its own, because sometimes the levels that it generates, they are very interestingly put together. Unfortunately, sometimes it seems to have a mind of its own and likes to be a little bit on the nasty side.
And it looks like Fred now has all of his Triforces, so he'll be going into level 9. Now, regretfully, we don't have his audio, but it looks like he's going to be heading to level 9. And hey, Jiggly, what do we need to look for in level 9?
Well, the first thing we're going to need to look for is we're going to need looking for those silver arrows. Because
Absolutely.
silvers are in 9. The second thing we're going to be listening for, and well, Fred's going to be listening for, is the Roar of Ganon, which is going to appear in any one of the 4 adjacent rooms to his location. And then, of course, we're looking for a single shutter door that does not open when all the monsters in the room are cleared.
And remember, ladies and gents, tonight, since Fred is playing as a Gipto, he is actually looking for Ganon to be rescued, and he's going to kill that mean old Zelda.
Yeah. Oh, we got ourselves the Danger Noodles here in 9.
Oh, Danger Noodles. And just to answer a question in chat, we actually don't know where Fred is in relation to our other runners, so we'll just have to wait and see.
Nope. Yeah, so looking for those silver arrows are definitely Fred's top priority.
Absolutely. A lot of runners subscribe to the if you see a staircase, take it, and we'll see how Fred handles that.
Well, one of the advantages of taking the staircase is that it notes that location down on your map, so that you know that when you finally work your way up to that particular spot, then you don't need to, check that staircase.
Absolutely. And something that may come to play here is that Fred did not choose to pick up the any key in 8, so we'll see how that affects his routing choice.
Yeah, that means he's going to want to play a little bit on the conservative side when it comes to key management. And, that can help him or it can hinder him.
Exactly.
And this looks like it could be a potential for Zelda's room. It is not. Gonna try and bomb to the left. Yep, we can. This cannot be... Actually, this could, because that is a locked door off to the left.
It is not, regretfully. At least it's not Ganon. Or, quote-unquote, Zelda.
Yep, the big Zed.
Finds himself another stair. Let's see what it is. It's just another one of those transports.
Yep. There's a lot of transport staircases in level 9. Pretty simple spiral room. He may be having his eyes set on one of those corners there. But sometimes, I was gonna say Zelda or Ganon do like to spawn in those little inaccessible areas. Well, there's the compass. So now we know where the kidnapped is located.
We do, pretty centrally. Kind of, I would say, more or less in the maybe northwest quadrant.
It is definitely blocking a couple of rooms at least. Unless we've got a situation where that's a, magic staircase.
And those are always good. And whilst Fred is digging out 9, it looks like Eunice is getting ready to finish up 2. And Dr. J is jumping into 7. And Mr. Cap is jumping into 6.
Yep. Okay, here we go. At least we know this is not a push block room unless it opens those shutters. Nope.
Let's see where this staircase leads. Another transport. And with that level 2 Triforce, Eunice is going to be heading to level 9 as well to join Fred.
Still looking for those silvers. Right now, Fred would definitely love to see a hint regarding those silver arrows.
He very much would. And now we're gonna see how Eunice decides to route this level 9.
So, for those of you who are, came in halfway through the race and are asking for an item recap, go play the original Legend of Zelda First Quest. That's your item recap.
Well, it's not the silvers, but Fred did find the red ring just now, so he will have a definite defense advantage.
But we've had a relatively tame level 9. All the Wizrobes are off in the other dungeons.
Looks like they just didn't want to play in level 9. They hit out everywhere else.
Yeah.
And to answer chat, yes, silvers are in 9. This is vanilla 1 items. Fred just hasn't found them yet. The wand was in 6.
Oh no.
Oh goodness.
Do you see that location now?
Yeah, there was not a door directly. They're gonna have to go a different way can't come from the south to Zelda's room.
Yeah, if I was Fred, I would check to just make absolutely certain that you can at least find Zelda from that particular spot.
Yep, that's definitely a good idea to see if you don't need a magic staircase.
Yeah.
And it looks like Eunice found Ganon too in the far right hand.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it looked like it. He pulled out his Triforce, but then he up and aid.
Well, the kidnapped waits in the. Well, we already know where the kidnapped awaits.
We just need to know where the silvers await at.
Okay, so now we're gonna. Ooh, the silvers Killer Beast leaves in the northeast of Skull. That is. Okay, there we go. That's Zelda's room right there. So it does not require a magic staircase.
And that is a good thing. Now we just have to find the magical arrow staircase.
It looks like Fred is going to exit level 9 and I'm gonna say head towards the fairy fountain.
That or maybe find some bombs?
Yeah, bombs would definitely help too.
And it looks like Mr. Cat went and got his Triforce out of level 7, as Dr. J is also in level 7, so soon they'll be joining once they get their level 6.
So here on Unos' side, I don't know if we've seen what was inside this staircase yet. Yep. Oh, not quite. I don't recall seeing any walk-through walls in this particular flag.
Nope, I don't think there is any. I think it was just 2 queue rooms, but not 2 queue doors.
Yeah.
And there is Triforce 7 for Dr. J.
Here's a possible item room, and it is... Nope, just another staircase. Ooh, Fred getting hit. Have to go back to start. It is a race between Unos and Fred for those silver arrows.
Absolutely. What you have to almost favor Eunice at some point. Fred does have the exploration, but Eunice has 8 keys.
True. Oh, wouldn't it be something if the silver arrows were past the kidnapped, but you do need that magic staircase after all?
That definitely would be something very interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not sure Dr. J has dove back into level 7 temporarily.
Odd. Oh, yeah, that's what he's looking for. He's looking for that bomb upgrade.
Not a bad choice at all. He had a ton of rupees to go around.
It's the block clip, and Fred Coughlin has found the silver arrows.
Fred is officially in go mode now.
Well, he's got his own term for go mode.
Well, does he now?
Yeah. Now we just need to find out where, well, Zelda's hiding.
I think she is down at the bottom somewhere, so hopefully, I'm not sure if Fred had saw that, but hopefully we'll see soon enough here. Oh, there she is.
There she is. So Fred doesn't have to worry too much about health. Still, you know, it's going to take one full heart if for a Hyrule driver. But yeah, gets the stun lock, almost, loses it, gets it back again. Nope. There we go, down goes Zelda. We've got ourselves some royal jelly. And he knows exactly how to get to the kidnapped.
He is on his way.
Mr. Cab grabbing the vanilla heart over on the coast.
Maybe he has some desires to get the magical sword.
At this point in time, he's got a fairly high likelihood of a chance of grabbing that magic sword.
And Fred is getting close. And looks like Dr. J just grabbed his Triforce 6, so he's going to join Fred and Unos in level 9.
Indeed. And Mr. Cab is here in level 8. Oh, you can bomb up this way. Okay, there's a shortcut.
And it looks like, let's see, and yes, it looks like Fred has found his long-lost boss.
And Fred Coughlin has finished in first place with a time of 109.32.
Yes, please get your GGs in chat for Fred. And it looks like Dr. J picked himself up a magical sword.
And Unos has the silver arrows.
Well, Unos is now off to find that naughty Zelda.
Well, no, in his case, it's not a naughty Zelda, is it?
And with that beep, I think we have a Fred Coughlin. GG, sir.
Oh, thank you.
What did you think about that scene?
Was interesting. The recorder being required for 8 was a little bit nice, but I definitely kept thinking that I was very behind. I didn't have, any of the things up to see what was going on there. I felt like, especially with all the wandering I did in 9, I was going to be in trouble there. The only thing I could think of that would have saved me is if the arrow blocked, if the silvers were actually arrow blocked, and people had gone into 9 without having bought arrows. That's really the only thing I could think of that was going to, give me a chance there. I don't know if that's actually what happened or not, but as I said, it just ended up being a case of I kept saying to myself, oh shoot, all these things were found on the overworld except for level 8 being the recorder, and I didn't think I was too far out of the way in the end in 5.
Yeah, there were a whopping 3 dungeons in the desert area alone.
Yeah, everything was clustered together. I mean, there were the 2 up in Death Mountain, there were the bunch right around the desert, which, there's usually not that many. I guess with Second Quest it helped out a bit. It's insane.
Yeah.
Well, at least you guys got lucky and didn't have to dig everybody's favorite level 7.
Yeah, well, fortunately we knew that. It's the interesting twist with this set of flags. It's been fun seeing some of the variations we've been coming up with in the past couple of weeks, and this variation with having the items in known dungeons is really cool by, okay, I know when I discover a dungeon which flags I actually have to which dungeons I actually have to go into and which ones I can just try to find the Triforce and get out of.
Absolutely. And with that, Unos has finished with himself in 3rd place with a time of 1:11:55. Get your GGs in chat for Unos. Yeah, Fred, this was a nice counterpoint to last week's, set. Any suggestions? Do you think that something like this would be even more fun if you turn the level markers off?
Something for this one, level markers being off would definitely be an interesting twist. You'd start going down some stairs. I mean, at that point, the question is whether you hunt for Triforces or if you just, try to find the first item. I guess you'd still duck into stairs, hope to find that first item, and then if you find the first item, you can, blitz. You'll know exactly what level you're in and blitz the rest of the way through. So as I said, I think it was an interesting twist on things. Both ways are definitely unique ways to play. I'm looking forward to seeing more of these types of seeds in action where we start, maybe keeping some things not randomized just for fun as a little bit of an interesting twist.
Yeah, also what about partial randomization as well? Like what if you were able to set it so that, 2 items were randomly swapped?
You do realize how long the flag strings are already without putting something like that in there.
Okay, I understand.
I mean, it's certainly possible. It's just the question is how long do we need the flag strings to get in the end? That's part of my hesitation on some of these features. Start flags I finally was agreed to, and that's why we had to do the revamp of flags here in 3.3 to make it work.
Yeah.
It's been okay, but definitely took a little bit longer. That those strings have potentially gotten very long. It was definitely a good seed, a lot of fun, and thank you guys for calling it. I'll be looking forward to watching the playback back.
Excellent. Well, thank you as always for your wonderful randomizer and for a great race.
All right, thanks a lot. Have a good one.
Yep. And looks like Dr. J has found the location of the princess.
Yep, and while we were talking to Fred, it looks like we had 2 more finishers. Looks like JSR finished in an hour 14 and 2 seconds.
Yep.
And then Mr. Random Effect finished in an hour 14 and 5 seconds.
Yep. Also to mention too that Captain Green did come in 2nd place with it was 1 hour 10 minutes and 50 seconds. Wolf also finished at 1 hour and 15 minutes and 5 seconds.
And he was in 6th place, so great job to everybody so far.
Yep.
Still just watching Mr. Cab and Dr. J digging out this level 9.
Yeah, one of the interesting things about having a twist such as no item randomization is it really kind of plays with your conditioning. You know, when you've been playing randomizer seeds for as long as some of these racers have, it's very easy to go into this sort of zone where it's like, well, of course I need to dig out this level, but you don't have to. So, mixing up the formula is just sort of a way to sort of keep your, because it's easy to fall into sort of that, to get sort of relaxed and you're, you practice so hard. It's like why some people like speedruns more than they like randomizers, because you get so into that comfort zone, playing, trying to get the fastest time. And Mr. Cab has found Ganon, but unfortunately doesn't have those silver arrows.
Yep, he gotta hunt those down. Yeah, I can agree with that. After you play vanilla for a while, some people just want to go super, super fast, but some people also just kind of like the challenge of, hey, I don't care that the bow's in one, switch it around, and then some people are just great at both.
Yeah. Yeah,
but it definitely works a different challenge for you, more of a puzzle.
Yeah. I know for me, when it comes to the randomizer, I definitely prefer more of the logic puzzle rather than the combat. So, I could definitely foresee a kind of game where there would be no enemies except for perhaps maybe in key locations.
Yeah, that would definitely be super interesting.
Like Fred Kaufman was saying, though, the flags are getting a little bit too long, and I think it's coming to that point now where everyone's got some interesting ideas on how to change things, but might not be enough room to really sort of implement everything.
Yeah, the coding to that gets complicated, and we want to, you want to make it fun, but you want to leave it as vanilla as you can.
Well, yeah, you want to make it fun for everybody, and that includes people who definitely like to go fast and definitely don't want to have like land molas with, Wizro beams, right? Like that sounds like a lot of fun, but practically speaking, that's just
it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And something else to note is Dr. J did get himself a magic sword, so...
Yeah, so Dr. J definitely has a bit of a combat advantage here.
And it also looks like while we were speaking, Jay Wade finished himself in 7th place at 1 hour, 17 minutes, and 15 seconds, so GG to that.
I actually did try, and I couldn't get land molas to fire Wizro beams.
Yeah,
and I think part of the problem is that land molas don't really have a proper trigger to initiate, the sword beams. No, I mean, I can replace land molas with Wizrobes, but that doesn't quite work.
No, land molas don't have fingers, so wands are hard.
I can make Wizrobes as fast as land molas.
No, Jiggly.
Actually, the funny thing is they just go so fast that it actually completely messes up their firing.
Oh goodness, and we got another finisher. Amazing Toaster finished in 8th place with a time of 1 hour and 18 and 6 seconds. GG to Toaster.
And looks like Unos is... Okay, well, Unos is... it doesn't matter because he's... yeah,
he finished a while ago. Just having some fun.
He's practicing no up and A. And so is Fred.
Practice is always good.
Yeah, practice makes perfect, and I hate practicing, which is why I'm no good.
And Dr. J and Mr. Cab still looking for those elusive silver arrows.
Yeah, they should be, they should be down there on the east, which is towards the right.
Dr. J may be leaving to go fetch some bombs.
Yeah.
I always theorized that infinite bombs, like a like the infinite.
Oh, you mean like
infinite,
an any bomb?
An any bomb, exactly.
Yeah, an any bomb would be kind of an interesting little fun thing. But if you're gonna do an any bomb, then you'd have to have it'd have to be at least 250 rupees, maybe for the dungeon item to have the any bombs. But that would just completely wreck the game. But I mean, you do have the any bomb if it's called the boomstick.
Very true. And someone else was mentioning the any arrow, more like Link to the Past, where you pick up arrows and don't use your coins.
Oh yeah, that would be just like that'd be like the credit card. Yeah,
Credit card.
Imagine if Zelda 1 had a credit card like in Kid Icarus.
Oh my goodness, that would be intriguing for sure.
Now, these are all nice little fun things to have, but definitely kind of goes a little out of the way of the randomization and more into like the just plain old ROM hacks.
Yep, that'd definitely be more ROM hacking than Randomizer, truthfully.
Oh, you know what? I think Dr. J is looking to... No, Dr. J already purchased the blue ring, did he not?
I had thought he did, and I thought he found the red ring as well.
Huh.
Yeah, I think he's just picking up bombs.
Maybe, just looking for a bomb shop. Maybe gonna opt to grab... Nope. Meanwhile, here on Mr. Cab's side, we know that the silvers again are off to the right, so he's not quite in the right spot. Ooh, wait. What's Dr. J looking for? Maybe looking for a potion shop.
That's quite possible. I'm not sure why with Red Ring he would do that, but I guess that is there's a lot of bunnies.
Yeah. Maybe looking for the arrow shop too. Oh no, wait, we've already found an item or arrow shop. Nope. Yeah, definitely buying arrows before coming into level 9 is a definite advantage. But it looks like Mr. Cab is zeroing in on those silver arrows. If I remember correctly, it was either in the next room or it was down into the right.
So it looks like Shaggy also finished a 9th with 1 hour 22:37. Great job. Yeah, this was definitely a very bunny heavy seed, so arrows were definitely a commodity.
Yeah. Yeah, what's he thinking? What's Mr. Cab thinking here?
Yeah, I was gonna say at least he has the hint now, so now he's hopefully finds a way to help himself up to the, to where the silvers are.
Was this the room with the silvers? I want to think so, but
I
we've
know we're
already-
getting close.
No. Oh, maybe he's thinking you gotta get past this Goma?
Perhaps.
Well, that would be northeast of Skull.
Indeed, it would be.
No, he's gonna leave. Oh, you know what? I don't think he's at the arrows either.
I don't believe I saw them by him, and he also is out of bombs as well. And with that, also, Dick Shake finished in 10th place with an hour 25 and 55. GG to Dick Shake. Let's see what Mr. Cab does here. What Dr. J is gonna do.
Yeah, I'm getting the impression that Dr. J is looking for a arrow shop.
Yep, I think so.
Yeah, there's never an arrow shop when you need it.
And GG to Malagord, who finished in 11th place with an hour 26:47. Great job, Malagord. GG.
I guess that's one good reason to buy the arrow. There's the arrow shop right there.
Yep, and chat confirming what we had thought, Jiggly. Indeed, the silvers were Goma blocked, so they are going to need those arrows to get
Wow.
that.
Last minute arrow block. That's the game just saying, hey, you know, that's like having a seed where it's ladderless all the way through, and then Zelda's in a moat room.
Yeah, having no ladder while you're at it. And there are those the arrows that Mr. Cab wanted. So I see him going back into level
Yeah, so they're
level
both
9
arrow
now.
blocked for sure.
And I think they both are kind of aware of their generalized locations, so they should be able to find those pretty quick and get to Ganon and to Zelda.
Yeah, hopefully it won't be too much longer
Yeah,
for either of these
They're doing
racers.
a great job.
Yeah.
Looks like Mr. Cab is going to fill himself up on health. Always a good idea.
Yeah, health is pretty good. But I mean, I don't know if Mr. Cab found the red ring.
It doesn't look like he looks like he's Blue Zelda still, so.
Yeah, so that's going to help out a lot, because that, a Hyrule driver, as we like to call it, is going to... Or in this case, I think it's going to be a Link driver.
Nope, they both get to fight Ganon because
Oh, yeah,
one's
they've got to
Zelda,
fight-
one's Link.
Oh, right. Wait, which is the one where they get to fight Link?
I've only seen them fight Zelda or Ganon myself, so.
There should be one where you get to fight Link.
And also, Sis Crusher just finished, so he finished with an hour 29:01. Great job, Sis Crusher. And there they are for Dr. J. So he is also now in go mode. So let's see how quickly he can get there. And again, as we're just waiting for our runners to finish up and kill the pig, give these runners a follow. They put on a great show for us, and we even get to watch Unos do some up A. So definitely give all these folks a follow. They're great to watch. And as I said before, give my friend Jiggly Sane a follow. He's great as well as our tracker, August 40th. Don't watch me. I just drop bad words all the time.
Well, I don't even stream, so...
I just play crappy Zelda, so feel free to come laugh at a noob.
Yeah. Well, the problem I have with the streaming, and hey, you know what, Dr. J, and we haven't said it before night, we've got bacon.
Nom nom. And looks like Mr. Cabot's getting his silvers. And another finisher, 2 of them have finished. Looks like Zeb finished in 13th with 1:30:32. Great job, Zevgevny. And Dr. J is getting also full close here. We'll see when he gets done.
Yep, ooh. One more bop by the land molas, and there we have it.
Yep, with a time of 1:30:39. Get your GGs in chat for Dr. J PhD. Mr. Cab taking on some living bacon right now.
There we go. Gets the stun lock. Gets the bacon.
And with that, I think we have a Dr. J PhD. GG, sir.
GG.
That was certainly satisfying when I got to the old man. Silver, oh, you don't say!
Thank you, old man. You're so kind.
Yeah, I tried to get too cute there and watch the arrows may not have been arrow blocked, like the one that was up in that niche there. I wonder if I could have bombed down from there. I was out of bombs, so I couldn't check.
What a surprise that the arrow was required all along.
Yeah, and I was worrying, like, did I just mismark the map or something? Or maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
And with that, Mr. Cab has finished of the last of our featured racers in 15th place with a time of 1:32:02.
Yeah, get your GGs and chats for Mr. Cab, y'all.
Yep. But yeah, your thoughts on the this particular flag set?
It was interesting. I mean, the shape certainly would help to throw things off. But other than that, everything was vanilla, so for the most part. So
Yeah.
you're like, all right, well, silvers don't have to worry about until I get to 9. So, and then when I found 8, I was like, all right, cool. Book. That means I will find all the maps. Any key, don't have to worry about keys. And then right there was 5, and all right, that's the recorder.
And also, GG to Mr. Cab, who just joined us. Thank you very much. Great job.
GG.
Hey, thanks.
And what are your thoughts on this flag seed?
I think I should have remembered how it worked before I went and hunted down the Armros item.
Yeah. Sorry,
It
no free
happens.
one in this seed.
Other than that, though, I mean, it's there's definitely something to it because you're guided kind of to say like, oh, I just found level 4. I am not leaving here without a piece of, a ladder. This is happening.
Yeah,
Yep.
but that's assuming, of course, that you can get anywhere in level 4.
Of course.
I would say that this particular seed was probably not the worst. I mean, it definitely had some heavy combat, but I've definitely the couple of seeds that I've run, I've seen some pretty interesting, long and windy levels just to find the Triforce.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things about it that could happen in any seed. A horrible start screen, just a horribly guarded way out of the start screen. So it's bad for location, bad for combat. The any roads are terrible. There's a lot of bad in this seed, but the rest of it kind of helped to balance it out. So you knew, okay, get the ladder, get the recorder, so I can actually go places, and just start working towards it from there. And stay the heck away from that piece of scrap metal because you know it's in 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, the recorder certainly helped the any roads become a lot better because once you get the recorder, then you can just go over to level 1, and there's one of them. One of them's going to take you to Death Mountain. Another one's going to take you up to the northeast where White Sword and Mag.
And I almost got away without buying wood arrows.
And on Unos'
Yeah.
side, just did a recorder. Not that that has anything to do with this seed, but that's just an interesting trick.
So what would you two gentlemen like to see as a flag seed? Would you like to see these flags without the dungeon name? What do you think would be a fun addition to this flag set?
I mean, I know for me that the no dungeon names gets kind of frustrating because unless it's no shapes, because at that point, then once you get the map, then you know where you are. But without that, then you have no idea if you're in 1 or 8 or if it's like 6.
No dungeon names. I mean, it would make it more mysterious when you go in, so it's not like I was saying. You don't walk into level 4 and say, "Aha, the ladder is here." So you've effectively shuffled the dungeon items in a certain way.
Yeah,
Except you know the bow and the wooden boomerang go together.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking was, having the names visible kind of adds sort of to the whole idea of, you know what you're in this dungeon for. Are you gonna get it, or are you gonna, not knowing that the minute you walk into level 7, you don't have to dig level 7 for anything other than the Triforce.
Exactly.
Or the hard container for me.
But it works. I mean, obviously, if it was with vanilla shapes, you would just basically have, a vanilla game, right? So that's why the shapes was turned on, so that it was more or less the lines of, just navigating the dungeon and all that kind of stuff. Because I noticed that with the normal item randomization, the shapes tended to sort of, they all kind of blend together, and I think they look just a little bit differently in these flag sets. Like you get some, different kind of things.
And also, just as a heads up, Zarnax finished. He had some power problems, so he finished with an hour 34. And Truant Gamer also finished up. So, grats to both of those folks.
GG.
So, any other thoughts on these seeds, Jets? Anything else you wanted to add for this evening?
I think I'm good.
I'm just getting a little tired myself. It's been a long weekend. It was a fun seed though.
Awesome.
Would do again.
Excellent. Yeah, well, thanks both. Get some sleep after this long weekend. I feel your pain there. It's house cleaning weekend. So thanks very much to both of you.
You should see some of the stuff we found.
I know that. So
have a good one, everybody.
You too. Thanks again. So just to mention what's coming up here on Speed Gaming, something we have our All Boards No Swords tournament tomorrow night as well. But something else you're going to want to catch before I up is we have the third part of our Zelda 1 No Up A Push for Sub 30 right on Speed Gaming. That's going to be one heck of a thing to watch. So you guys can watch that and our All Boards No Swords tournament together. Let's see what else we have coming up. I'll give you some All Boards No Sword stuff. Looks like tomorrow night we have Captain Green and Unos going. So that's going to be, it looks like at, 10 o'clock. And then on the 19th we have Caracan and Sausage Link. And then that's going to be a great match as well. We do have a couple really cool ones you're going to want to watch on the 20th. And that is we have Mr. Fred Coughlin and Redbird Grad going at it. That's at 10 o'clock Eastern. And we have Random Effect and Eat My Steel on the 20th as well at 11 o'clock Eastern. So that's lots of good things to watch coming up here. Any final thoughts from you, Mr. Jiggly Sane, on how tonight went?
Tonight went pretty well. Good game, everybody. Glad to see that these flags weren't as, were more welcomely. One of the suggestions that was more widely received, as opposed to the whole no jiggly.
It was definitely a very good seed to run.
I have good ideas from time to time.
You do, sir.
But yeah, I know. But if it wasn't for the Zelda 1 community, though, I wouldn't. Well, I mean, I would have known about it, but I definitely wouldn't have been as at least active. I mean, I prefer to do the commentary rather than racing and all that stuff, but it's a really fun community.
Absolutely. A lot of people really find a lot of joy in this community. So definitely, if you're watching and you never tried it, give it a try. As I said, I am but a poor noob. And again, if I do stream, please feel free to come laugh and taunt me. But it's a great game to play. So many great options that have been given to us. And I would suggest that anyone that wants to give this a try, please do. You'll enjoy yourself. Maybe scream some bad words, but you'll have fun nonetheless.
Yep. Anyway, with that, I guess we're done. Yep.
So, yeah, it was great comment with you, Jiggly. Thanks to all our viewers. We couldn't do this without you. Please make sure you follow the Speed Gaming channels 1 through 6. Also our partner channels. Sometimes we run on Randomania. So thanks for watching, guys.
Yep. Good night, everybody.